dark horses for many. Let's get our final thoughts of our panel before we hand over then. Shay, look, a lot of people will say Mo Salah is a big blow. Can Egypt still do this without him?
I think they're going to struggle. I think Uruguay are going to be too strong today for them. Definitely without Mo Salah. I think even the Uruguay changing room, once that news come through, the team sheet of Egypt, Mo Salah's not starting straight away. I think it gives them a lift within that change room. And of course, you know, Kev's already mentioned with Suarez and Cavani up front, you know, two of the best strikers in world football. I think they'll be too strong today for Egypt.
It's possible, Steph, that these two teams could still come out of this, you know, so maybe Egypt are playing the long game, as Kevin was saying earlier.
Yeah, I think in the run-up to the World Cup and the friendlies, I think Hector Cooper has been quite defensive, so he's not going to do anything different today. I don't think he's going to have to try and stop that supply to Cavani and Suarez, as we said already, and they have got a job in their hands. I think, as we said before, Uruguay could be dark horses for this tournament. You never know. They've got a good squad and some world-class players within the team, so it's going to be an interesting game, but I do think, as Shay said, it might be a little bit too difficult for them without Salah. So both of you thinking Uruguay, Kev, you going to go anything different?
No, it's hard to go anything different. You know, I was in Wexford during the week. I was asking the guys tipping, you know, Uruguay's outside bet, and he laughed at me. He said they're going to be too busy either fighting with each other or fighting with the other teams.
All possible.
Which is a bit harsh, but he probably has a point. You know, that's their maybe their drawback. If they can get over that, and you know we saw what happened in the last one, if they can get over that, they have every chance.
The one thing you think about for even for Uruguay and just what they've been through, they didn't get past the last 16 last year. They were semi-finalists in 2010, and obviously, as Shay said earlier, just the stories that are going on around Suarez, it's a big chance for redemption for him today.
Definitely, he's older now. You know, you haven't seen any, you know, I suppose, misbehaviour from him in the last few years. He's older, wiser. It's probably his last World Cup. He'll be wanting to show what he can do. He's had a quieter season. He probably hasn't as much miles on the clock this season. He might be fresher coming into the World Cup. Cavani as well be wanting to show what he can do. His age, he probably won't be back to another. So, you know, as I said, they're the two strikers, the standout pair in the World Cup. There's no other teams probably going to have two out-and-out strikers like they have playing. So, you know, I'm very confident in Uruguay. I have been for a few weeks, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah, they have 15 goals in qualifying between them, Steph, as well. As a striker, as young kids who want to see the game, we want to see goals. I mean, and surely we're going to get plenty from the two of them here today. Yeah, I think it's more important to see the good side of Suarez. I think everybody knows how good of a footballer he is, and in the past he's probably not done himself justice on the pitch with some of his other behaviour. So I think today and this tournament will be his chance. I think his manager spoke recently about how he has matured as a player, so this is his chance, and as Kevin has said, it could be his last tournament, most likely will be, so it's his chance to redeem himself and maybe prove himself at a World Cup and at the world stage. Does all of that go away, Shay, if he does do something for Uruguay today?
I think it does. I think he's a hero in Uruguay, whatever. I know, you know, he got sent off. People called him a hero because he saved that shot that Gian missed the penalty and they got them to semi-final, and they were saying he was the hero that got them semi-final. He can do no wrong in his country. I think there's 3 million in Uruguay. They're football mad. I think the schools are off today. Everything shuts down for this game because that's how big the sport is. And Suarez, of course, is their star player. And I think this tournament he'll show that.
Yeah, and look, I guess, as you said earlier, not having somebody like Mo Salah to go up against, even for Godin, for the likes of them, to know the boost that's going to give them going into a game like today. You just see pictures of Salah.
It'd be interesting to see Mo Salah at all today.
Yeah.
You know, probably depending on how the game goes, the manager look at it and think, you know, if it's 0-0, maybe 1-0, he can come on and get us a goal.
Would you like to get him to get a few minutes,
Well, I'd like to, but at the same time, you wouldn't want to risk it, Jack, if it's going to be missed the rest of the tournament. That's the thing. It's just getting that balance right. We don't know, sitting here now today, how fit he really is. It could be a smokescreen. He could be not fit at all. He could just be sitting there to try and get in the heads of the Uruguay team, but at the same time, you know, you'd like to think if he does come on 10 or 20 minutes towards the end, he could cause him some problems. Well, he is in his kit there, Kevin, so unless he's doing a John Terry on it, I mean, it does look like maybe he could see some action.
Yeah, he's going to, you know, you have to get that confidence. I broke my finger during the season this year, and a little thing like that just puts you off so much, your balance, everything, trying to fight players off. You need a few games. If he gets 10 minutes tonight just to, you know, 1 tackle or 2 tackles just to maybe ride the tackle or get a fall and realise it's going to be okay. That'll be a positive for Egypt. Just get him on and get him through it for 10 or 15 minutes without getting any reoccurrence.
All right.